And my shirts used to be good before. Now I have kids, get their snot on them, they pull on the neck part when they try to get up. All bacony. It's no good. Let me change. I don't know if this is better or worse, but it is what it is. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about the Sony WH-1000XM3s. And these are some new headphones that I just picked up, and we'll see how they work. So real quick, I always want to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for supporting me, and it allows me to do all these videos for you guys. And so thank you again. If you're not already a Patreon, please consider doing so at patreon.com/JoeandTell. So I'm Joe, this is Joe and Tell, and let's take a look at these headphones. Now, one quick comment that I want to address is people say that I cut too often, and it's just because I say too many ums and ahs and I pause too much. But hey, you guys want to hear it, so here it is. This is just me, no cuts, and I'll just do it like that. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm still gonna cut for your sake, but I'll try to do less of it. All right, so I usually have notes, but not this time. I'm just gonna tell you my experience. I originally wanted to buy these, not so much for the sound quality, but more for the noise canceling. That is the main thing. That's the thing that was the most important to me, and it's because I'm gonna be going on a trip to Colorado for Rocky Mountain Audio Fest. And so I'm gonna be on that airplane, and one thing I don't like is being on the airplane and hearing all that noise. You know what I mean? The engine. I would rather not hear any of that. And so that's my main reason for getting these, which is kind of funny because sound quality on these is secondary to the noise canceling. So I guess I'll start off with the unboxing experience. It was a good experience overall, nothing crazy, nothing special. I'm happy it did come with a case, and it came with a few more things that I really wasn't expecting. It had, well, first of all, the case, and then it also had an adapter, so if I had to plug these in to that old school, you know, that jack in the airplane with the 2 prongs, it has an adapter for that. And it also comes with a cable so I can connect this up to a regular headphone jack if I wanted to. I've heard a ton of people raving about these, and I've owned Sony headphones before, the MDR 7506s, which is kind of like an industry standard. And I do have other headphones, but I'm not necessarily a headphone guy. I wouldn't consider myself that, but I know enough to get me in trouble. And what I would say about these is I like the look overall. I don't care so much how they look. I'm not gonna go buy headphones that are not good in order to look cool, but I would prefer them to not look too funny. You know, I don't want them to be huge or anything like that. I want them to be convenient, and I want them to look decent. So yeah, the case is cool. It's good because when you're traveling, you know, you can throw them in here and they won't get scratched up or damaged. So I'm okay with this. This video is not going to be heavy on the specs. It's just more about my experience with these headphones. You can easily find the specs on their website. I'll save you the hassle of having to hear that. So what are my first impressions? First thing I did was I took them out of the box. I didn't even charge them up. They had about 50%, so that was cool. I threw them on and I just turned on active noise canceling. I heard them at the store before, so I knew what to expect. But the fact that I own them, I bought these myself, and so Sony didn't send these out to me. These are paid out of pocket. Well, what I say about these is the noise canceling is just amazing. I think it's the best. So at the local Target, I was able to check out both these and the new Bose ones, and the Bose I felt were more comfortable. I mean, the main thing about those is I didn't like the way they looked so much compared to these, but they did feel like super like fluffy and comfortable, and like I have some other Bose headphones and those are also very comfy. They're actually my wife's headphones, but yeah, they're super comfortable, and these are not bad. They're just not as comfortable. But these Sonys have better noise canceling. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. When I went back and forth, it just, you heard less of the sound. And so I don't have the Bose to compare, but I think you can't go wrong with either one. You know, if you already bought the Bose, I think you should be completely happy with them. I mean, these are just a little bit better. So this does a few things that I think is really cool. First of all, it calibrates to your ears. It says like if you change your hair and if you move these around, that you can recalibrate. I don't know what it's doing exactly, if it's, I don't know, if atmospheric pressure, I don't know what it's doing, but it does seem to make a difference when I do that calibration, it seems to make the noise canceling even better than it actually is. Another feature that I didn't know about is that you can kind of cup one side of the headphone and it'll allow you to hear the outside world. Now, it's still not as good as just taking off the headphones, but it does allow you to hear a little bit better.
What did you say?
I'm a little bit nervous.
You're a little bit nervous. Okay. Hold on, I can't hear you very well. Can you tell me again?
I'm so nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Already without the active noise canceling, these already block out a good amount of noise compared to some of the other headphones I have. I have the M50Xs, and these, without turning on the noise canceling, already block out more noise than those. I was happy to see that this is USB-C, and so the next thing I did was I charged them up. The fact that you can plug them in directly, that's cool. You know, these, like I'm saying, weren't about sound quality. It wasn't my main priority. So when I checked it out and listened to them, I was happy that the sound quality was actually pretty good. Now, the way I would describe it is a little bit bassy for me, and I could kind of say, you know, laid back is a nice way to say it, but it almost sounds a little bit like it needs a little more clarity, which you can adjust in the app itself. But when you do that, you have to get out of the mode that gives you the best possible sound quality. So it says here on the app, okay, you want to change the EQ. All right, well, you have to jump into this other mode, which is fine. I couldn't really hear a difference between the two modes anyway. This also has a mode where it detects when you're moving, when you're walking or running, and when you're sitting down, and it tries to adjust the amount that you're hearing from the outside world. Just for safety reasons, I think is a good idea. You know, if you're walking, you probably don't want to block out all the sounds in case a car's honking at you. Here, I'm going to show you a few examples of the noise canceling on with the ambient mode on, and I'll also show you the process that this uses to optimize the noise canceling. Not sure exactly what it's doing, but it sure sounds cool.
Optimizer, start. Optimizer, finished.
I think this is perfect. They're gonna ask me for some advice right here, so let's see what happens. Huh? Okay, well, what's the question?
Yeah, the pink color for the house. You have to choose a pink color.
Okay, so let's see. All these look the same to me.
Huh?
All of them look the same. Are they not the same? Honestly, they all look the same.
The first night, actually the first night and the second night, I ended up sleeping with these headphones on. Reason being, we use a noise machine in the room for the kids, and I wanted to see what it would be like without hearing that noise machine. So it plays white noise, nothing crazy, but I put these on, and I swear to you, I felt like I had a very good night of sleep, a very restful night of sleep. And so that's important to me. The other thing that it told me that is that these are comfortable, right? If I can wear these to sleep for 6, 7, 8 hours, then I think that most people are going to be fine with them. I guess it depends on your ears and your head, but for me, comfy, light. I like them. I like them a lot. If I were to nitpick some cons, I would say that this matte type of finish, for my skin is a little bit oily, and so I get oil on this, right? And it starts looking real shiny and stuff like that. Not a big deal, whatever. The other thing I would say is that the touch, you know, to go back and forward and volume, you know, I felt like sometimes I'd want the volume to go up and down, but I'd accidentally skip or pause a track, so that wasn't great for me. I did also try this. You can reprogram this button so that you can have it set to activate your Google Assistant or your Amazon. And I tried it for a little while, kind of cool. It tells you, you know, what the weather is and if you have any notifications, but I ended up wanting to just keep this for the ambient mode. Again, this is primarily used for noise canceling for me.
Hey, I'm leaving.
The thing that might bug some people is that this only pairs to one phone at a time. But the cool thing that I found out about this is this does have NFC, and so with my Android phone, I'm able to just touch the back of it. It disconnects from whatever it was connected to before, and it reconnects to this one. So that's cool. It also has some sound modes where you can place the center image. Instead of sounding like it's right here, you can make it sound like it's in front of you or off to the side or behind you, like weird stuff. I don't get the reason for that. I don't know why I'd want music to always sound like it's from behind me, but you can do that. Offer me. So initially I bought these at $349, and then about a week later they went on sale for $299. So I called up Best Buy and said, hey, these are on sale, can I get the difference? And it's like that old Circuit City commercial.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I bought this.
Plus 10% of the difference.
And today I saw this. Just open the paper and there it was.
It's that easy.
That's it?
That's it.
Cool.
And they said yes, they reimbursed me, so that was cool. But yeah, for $299, man, if you can afford it, I really would recommend these to everybody and anyone. If you're a headphone person and you don't have these, you should have these. I mean, just for the noise canceling, if you travel a lot, you should have these. You know, an easy recommendation. You just want some headphones, you have a little bit of money to spend. These aren't super cheap, but if you have some money to spend and you're just looking for some headphones that sound pretty good and they look okay, they last a long time, 30 hours they claim. You know, you can go out, walk around with these. They don't look silly, and you know, there's a name brand if you're into that sort of thing. I don't care, but yeah, I think this checks all of the boxes. These are the version XM3s. I'm sure that the XM4s are going to come out soon. I don't know what they're going to do to improve this. It's already great, so I would highly recommend this, and I can easily recommend it to any of you guys. So anyway, that was just a quick review, quick overview. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.